Good morning. Could you open the door, please? Just like to speak with you. Could you open the door, please? Thank you very much.
Who are you?
I'll explain. I'm from the police.
You what?
I'm from the police.
What?
Good morning. Hello. I'm from the police.
What's here?
I'm from the police. My name's Naomi Main. I'm a detective. May I come in, please?
No. You can't come now. I'm just come now. Where you want to come in for?
I'll explain because it's a bit sensitive. So we'd like to come in and speak to you properly, please.
Eh?
May I come in to speak to you properly?
I mean, look, I've just got up. I'm an old man.
I'm sorry. It's quite early.
I'm very sick. Not well at all.
You're not well?
No.
Okay.
What do you want to? What is it about?
I'll tell you inside because we don't want other people hearing. So can we just come in and get you seated?
Yeah,
Thank you very much. It's Mr. Headley, yes?
Eh?
Mr. Headley?
Yeah.
Ryland Headley, lovely. Thank you very much. This is my colleague Jo. We've just got a camera recording as well, just so you're aware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm here today because I'm arresting you
Yeah.
on suspicion of the rape and murder
Yeah.
of Louisa Dunne, which happened in Bristol in June 1967.
Yeah.
The reason I'm arresting you
Yeah.
is because the police have investigative material that indicates you are responsible for that rape and murder of Mrs. Dunne,
Yeah.
which happened at Britannia Road in Eastern Bristol, June 1967.
Yeah.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention one question, something that you later rely in court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Yeah.
I need to do this.
Where all this come from? Where you get all this from?
We have investigative information, so we have material that suggests that it's yourself, and we need to basically arrest you and take you to the custody so that we can conduct an interview with you, so we can hear, your event and interview about it.
Into what?
Interview you about it and get your account.
Our job this side of the desk is to look after your rights, your entitlements and your welfare, so that's what I'll be doing today. The officers will be carrying out an investigation, there'll be an interview and things that need to happen, but I need to go through a certain amount of things with you whilst you're here at the desk. You've been arrested before? Have you been arrested before? You have? Okay. I need to find out why you're here to start with, so you're going to have to bear with me, alright? And then I'll need to go through some questions. Like I say, my job is to look after you whilst you're here with us, nothing more, alright?
So we have investigative material and therefore believe that Mr. Headley committed the rape and murder of a lady called Mrs. Louisa Dunne, which occurred in June 1967 at Britannia Road in Bristol.
So linked forensically.
Yeah.
Why did you go through the upstairs window?
No comment.
Is it because you wanted to go into the bedroom?
No comment.
Okay. So, what has then made you come back out of that window and go in via a different window instead?
No comment.
Okay.
No comment.
You look a bit confused by that. Do you want to ask me something?
He said, no, and you often climbed up 2 windows of this and that people's house. Don't come in. A bit annoying question, Don't comment.
So, when police have attended the following day, they've noticed that the bedrooms upstairs have locks on them inside the corridor. So if you had entered via that upstairs window, you would have been trapped in the bedroom. Is that why you then came back out
No comment.
and went through a different window?
No comment.
Did this not happen? You can tell me if this is rubbish and it didn't happen.
No comment.
Okay. Because remember, this is your opportunity to give us your account. And if you didn't do this, this is your time to tell us.
No comment. I didn't. No comment.
You didn't.
No comment.
And on the upstairs window, when police attended the next day, there was a handprint or partial handprint found on the window. Obviously you've had your handprints taken today while you've been in custody. When we compare those, do you think they're going to match?
No comment.
Okay. Could it be your handprint?
No comment.
Is there any legitimate reason why it might be your handprint?
No comment.
Because if you didn't do this, have you ever been there for any other reason that would explain why your handprint might be there?
No comment.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to talk about what happened next. Okay, so once you've gone in, or somebody has gone in, we believe it to be you, through that window, Louisa has been attacked. Can you tell me about that?
No comment.
Where did you find her in the house?
No comment.
Or did she find you, maybe?
No comment.
Okay. How did she react to seeing you in the house?
No comment.
Did you have the impression you were welcome?
No comment.
Okay. Was there any conversation between you and Louisa?
No comment.
Okay. Was she expecting you?
No comment.
There were a number of people nearby who heard a scream in the early hours of the morning.
No comment.
Did Louisa scream?
No comment.
What made her scream?
No comment.
Can you tell me how Louisa died?
No comment.
Did she die as a result of your actions?
No comment.
And if so, what were your actions?
No comment.
Was it an accident?
No comment.
Did you go in that house intending to kill her?
No comment.
So Louisa was found, as I said, lying on the floor in that same room, having been raped. She also had a scarf on her neck and a stocking. I think the scarf was underneath her neck, round the back, and the stocking over the top.
No. No.
Okay. Can you tell me how those items got there?
No comment.
Did you use those items to strangle Louisa?
No comment.
Did you use anything else?
No comment.
Close to the mic, sir.
Is that alright? Everyone?
A bit further to the left. That's it. If you look here.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Good afternoon. My name is Detective Inspector Dave Marches, and I'm with the Major Crime Review Team in Avon Somerset Police. Today, 92-year-old Ryland Headley has been found guilty of the murder and rape of Louisa Dunne, whose body was found at her home in Bristol 58 years ago. Louisa, aged 75, also known as Louise, was found dead in her home on Britannia Road, Easton, by a neighbour on Wednesday, the 28th of June, 1967. The cause of death was determined to be strangulation and asphyxiation. She'd also been raped. A re-review of the case began in 2023, with our officers later sending off for items for forensic analysis, including Louisa's blue skirt, which she'd been wearing at the time she was attacked. As a result of these examinations, a full DNA profile was obtained. This profile was compared to the national database and found to be a match with Ryland Headley, whose profile was placed onto the system in 2012 following an unconnected and unrelated incident. He was arrested following a police operation in November 2024 and was taken into custody in Ipswich and interviewed by our officers. He was later charged and remanded and into custody to appear in court. Following his arrest, a palm print found on an upstairs bedroom window at Louisa's home was also found to be a match to his after new prints were taken from him in custody. Headley previously was convicted of 2 counts of rape in the late 1970s after he attacked elderly women in Ipswich following breaking into their homes overnight. One of the victims was in her late 70s, the other in her mid-80s. He admitted these offences and was initially sentenced to life imprisonment, reduced to 7 years on appeal. Headley, who has a shocking and abhorrent history of violent sexual attacks on elderly women, brutally attacked Louisa in her own home, where she should have been safe. Her murder left a community in shock, and there are people living in Bristol today who can remember the impact this crime had on the city. Louisa's family have had an extremely long wait for answers, but we hope this reinvestigation and successful outcome will help them feel justice has been served and give them some form of peace and closure. Our thoughts are with them. It's important to recognise that the extensive work carried out by officers with the Bristol Constabulary in the 1960s has greatly supported inquiries that we carried out today. 20 boxes of original material were reviewed as part of our reinvestigation. Ryland Headley has left a legacy of misery and pain through his offending, and likely thought he got away with Louisa's murder until officers knocked on his door last November. Crimes of this magnitude should never go unpunished, and we remain relentless in ensuring we do everything we can to advance other unsolved murder cases in the Avon and Somerset area. Thank you. I'll now hand over to the Crown Prosecution Service.
Senior Crown Prosecutor with the South West Crown Prosecution Service Complex Casework Unit. For 58 years, Louisa Dunne's murder went unsolved, and Ryland Headley, the man that we now know is responsible, avoided justice. The passage of time has not lessened the pain for Louisa's family, and her death continues to have a traumatic impact after all these years. This conviction demonstrates the commitment of the Crown Prosecution Service to pursuing justice for the victims of crime, no matter how many years or decades have passed since the offence was committed. Today, thanks to the hard work of Avon and Somerset Police Review Team and the CPS South West Complex Casework Unit, Headley faces the prospect of spending the rest of his life in prison, and justice has been served. Thank you. I'll now hand you over to Louisa's granddaughter, Mary Davidson.
Hello, my name is Mary Davidson. I'm Louisa Dunne's granddaughter. The death of my grandmother, Louisa Dunne, has had a far-reaching impact throughout my family. I was just 20 years old when my grandmother died, and I am now almost the same age as she was when she was killed. I've only one memory of meeting my grandmother due to family circumstances. I was 14 at the time, and I visited her in hospital. My mother told me that Louisa's house in Britannia Road was a place of social and political activity. My grandfather, Edwin Parker, was a member of the early Labour Party, and he loved my grandmother dearly. Sadly, he died in 1945, and the social and political elements of my grandmother's life went with him. Louisa's brutal death had a big impact on my mother and her wider family. I don't think my mother ever recovered from it. The anxiety clouded the rest of her life. When people found out about the murder, including friends, they withdrew. There is a stigma attached to rape and murder in my experience, so I have rarely talked to anyone about this until now. Since Ryland Headley was charged, I've struggled emotionally in ways I did not anticipate, and it falls to me to speak for people who are no longer here. It saddens me deeply that all the people who knew and loved Louisa are not here to see that justice is done.
Thank you, everyone.